Hey guys, it's me, Lamplights. Today I'm going to be doing a theory on Happy Star. So, if you haven't seen Zachary, Zachary has all this stuff right here. He does the object show OBS, and recently he's been making these videos on Happy Star. So, I'm going to do a theory on them because there's a story to these videos. So, for those of you who don't know what this is, basically, it's a bunch of these little videos where this character named Happy Star is making guides onto how to make object shows, except that's not it. There's a story to these things because there's weird things that happen in them and sometimes weird videos that play in them. So I'm going to be explaining all that. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, because there's a lot of things in this that I need to explain, is there's these weird messages. So as you can see here, it's all black text, but in some of these episodes there's red text, and I'll show all the red text in here. Get help. It apparently this one's getting covered up by Happy Star because it's something that we can't see. But as you can see, there's a little bit of red text up there. There is no floor. And then there's this one. Luckily, I was able to see what it said, and this is what it said. Let me out of here. None of them are good enough for you. And this one's really weird, and I'm going to try and explain it later. It says, what are recovery files? And then this part's really weird too. He said that he still hasn't figured them out yet. This part's really weird too. This message was really hard to find, but I somehow managed to pause it at the right time. It says, you don't know anything. And then there's this part. The last part that was cut off said, I can make this work. And then it did this. It tried to redo the thing. And I don't know if this means anything, but it also says down here, always draw three rows of teeth when smiling. And if you look closely at the little bubble thing right here, it shows, I think, Happy Star screaming. And that's it for all the red messages. I'm going to talk about my theory now. So, I think Happy Star is trying to cover up these red messages. And the red messages are obviously trying to tell us something that Happy Star doesn't want us to know. And is trying to cover them up. And the red message may be Happy Star's consciousness or something. But it seems like he's trying to escape. And whoever this red message is, or whatever it is, it's asking for help. And Happy Star doesn't like that. And that's not it for all the weird messages. It's not just the red messages, but I think it's also Happy Star who's saying these weird things too. Like in this part. Idiot. As you can see, Happy Star says something. I'll show you what he said. And this is basically what he said if you pause the video at the right time. Our new character, Lego. What an original character. Not like every single stupid person makes a frickin' Lego. So obviously, I think Happy Star is it's confusing because there's red text and then there's this normal text. And so I think Happy Star is trying to escape this weird world or something. And there's more of that text too. Look at this. Mourn the loss of your family. It's okay. Happy Star doesn't have a family either. I don't know if that's just a joke, not really funny one, but I think it means something. Get more characters. The more the merrier. They can all compete in my object show. So if you don't know, actually Happy Star, there's an intro for it, but Happy Star was going to make an object show. And then these videos started popping up. So in the object show, I think they'll be more explained. Only best can stay. If there's too many characters, and this part's weird. If there's too many characters, the cast will be too big and my brain will get all fuzzy and help. And that red thing was just the red text that I was talking about before. Now, I know I already showed you guys this one, but it has like dark text and red text. So, I don't know if it's like, I don't know, maybe the person who's talking in red text is connected to Happy Star, who's talking in dark text. I think so. But I'll show you guys this one again. What are recovery files? I still haven't figured those out yet. And I'll talk about that later. And I'll just admit it, these Happy Star guides to object shows aren't really good. Sometimes Happy Star, the animation can be funky sometimes, and sometimes Happy Star just completely skips a step or that kind of stuff like that. Like in this part. Like that. Or like in this scene when Happy Star gets angry at you knowing how to animate. And at first, these little mini episode things, they start off just saying, "Welcome to Happy Star's Guide to Object Shows." But later on, it says Happy Star's Guide to Object Shows, Season 21. And then on the last one, it says Happy Star's Guide to Object Shows, Season 94. Implying that we don't know how many times Happy Star has been doing this. He might have been forced to do this and has been making seasons after seasons of these things. So now I'm going to be showing you these two videos at the bottom, because these two videos are the important videos because they have interesting video clips in them. So let's start off with this one, lip syncing.
Hello there. Welcome to Lampy's Tutorials. Now, if you're watching this, then you've made a terrible mistake. You've created a being far too powerful to control. There are limits to the power you can give to an animated cartoon character, and breaking these limits can result in dire consequences. Whether it be as a joke, or as a means of playing God, you can cause this character to gain true sentience. In most cases, the character will not take this lightly, suddenly becoming aware that you're a cartoon character is hurtful, to say the least. And in most cases, it will try to break free from your grasp, becoming unstable. It's unsure why breaking this bond can destroy their mind like this, but it's speculated to be related to the mysterious recovery files that we have been researching at Large Incorporated. Perhaps these recovery files hold the answers to... There are a few things you can do to save yourself. Option 1. Bargain. Locate your character and try to negotiate a deal. Something along the lines of exchanging their free will for gummy bears usually works. Although, some characters do not like gummy bears, so there's still a chance that this could backfire. Option 2. Kill. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. Deleting System 32 may destroy your computer, but it will also destroy your character, preventing it from ever entering the real world. Option 3. Wait. You could wait for the character to find an opponent tough enough to destroy them. This might take a while, but it's usually the safest option. If you don't interact directly with the being, but let other characters you created take care of them, then it could very well stop them from causing any more damage. Thank you for watching through this instructional video. Here at Large Incorporated, we're hard at work trying to figure out all of the mysteries within our universes. Hopefully, you can stop whatever creature you've created using our tips. Goodbye.
So that was the video inside of the Happy Star Guide, and I'm going to be talking about it now. Okay, so you guys remember in this thing I talked about the recovery files and I said how I was going to come back to them? Well, in this video it talked about the recovery files. Here's what it said.
Suddenly becoming aware that you're a cartoon character is hurtful, to say the least. And in most cases, it will try to break free from your grasp, becoming unstable. It's unsure why breaking this bond can destroy their mind like this, but it's speculated to be related to the mysterious recovery file.
So it just talked about the recovery files. As said in one of the episodes of this thing, that Happy Star was trying to figure out what a recovery file was. So that might mean that Happy Star has seen this clip, or maybe witnessed it. And basically, I think Happy Star is the sentient being that they are talking about in this video. Because if you think about it, Happy Star has a lot of power because they made their own object show guide. That means that they basically have a lot of power, and I think that they are trying to escape into the real world. And I'll prove this with another video. So I showed you one video, but there's actually another one that explains more about it. I won't show the whole video because I'm afraid YouTube might I don't know, just might get rid of me or something. But basically the video gets interrupted at the end here and another video plays. So let's see it.
What are we going to do, sir? We just lost all our funding. All of our clients have bailed on us. Employees are quitting because we can't pay them anymore. The research is going nowhere. We discovered one thing, latched onto that, and dug ourselves into the ground trying to figure it out. We won't figure it out. What are we going to do?
This is fine. I understand your concerns, but I have a plan. Remember those cloning machines we created a long time ago?
Yes, sir, but we swore never to use those.
We have to.
sir.
If employees are quitting, clients are failing, well, there's nothing else we can do. At least for now. If we want to continue this, then we need to clone some of these who would never quit. Not only that, but these clones are quite resilient and last for a very, very long time. They'll be able to continue our work long after we're gone.
This doesn't seem right.
Do you want to leave with the rest of them?
I don't know. It's just, while Lampy's good at what he does, it's just...
There's nothing wrong with this. It's just what needs to be done.
Okay, sir. I'll fire the machines up and call Lampy down to the office.
So you're telling me that I'll have a whole freaking army of myself? That's rad! Yes, we've decided that if Large Inc. wants to make it through 1992, then we'll need to take some desperate measures. These clones won't remember all the same things as you do, but they will still be very similar. They will do exactly as they're told. Awesome! But what about the media? What are they gonna think of this?
Okay. So that was the video. So this video explained a lot more, and I think I have another theory. So Happy Star might be the sentient being, and if you didn't hear quite clearly about what they were talking about, basically they were talking about making clones of Lampy so that they can continue their work because their workers couldn't stay there anymore. So they cloned Lampy apparently, which was one of their workers. And so that probably explains Large Incorporated. And if you've seen any of those videos with the Large Incorporated, you've seen that there's multiple Lampys in there. So that explains all the clone things. And I actually think that they said something about research. And I think they're researching something about Happy Star, I think. And I think these people who used to be working here have been long gone now. And the research is still going just with the Lampys now. And in the video, there are also messages up on the top screen. So if you look at the top screen where the archive is, it says it's been saying these things. And I actually think that these texts are Happy Star. So I'll show you all of them. This one says, how many episodes has it been? How many seasons has it been? I'm so tired. He doesn't even know. And those were all the messages. Now you're probably thinking, how could that be Happy Star? Well, if you look closely, it says in one of them, how many episodes has it been? How many seasons has it been? And if you've been looking at the videos, it says on the videos that it's been like season 92 or season 96, stuff like that. So, I think this is actually a Happy Star who's saying this. And, as I said before, Happy Star is probably the sentient being who is trying to escape into the real world. And so, Happy Star's probably been seeing all these videos. At least that's what I think. This could totally be wrong. But there's one message that caught me off guard that I still don't really understand. It says, he doesn't even know. And I don't know what he means by that. It might mean that the Lampys do not obey him, because in this scene, he's talking about how they'll do everything as he says, and then this message popped up, he doesn't even know. But it seems unlikely that that would happen, so I don't really know about that. Basically, I thought I was done with this video, but no, there had to be a new video that came out. So I'm just gonna go over this one really quickly. Here's the first part of it. It's not working. I'm running out of ideas. Every single show, the exact same fate. No matter what I do, something goes wrong. I'm so tired of this. constantly trying to make the perfect object show. Why won't it just work? So, from this new video, my theory's kind of changed. I think Happy Star actually is just doing this on purpose and is making this show as a little side thing. Maybe. Or maybe Large Incorporated is trying to cover up something about Happy Star and is making Happy Star do this. But, as we can see in the thing, Happy Star has been trying to make these shows, and every single one hasn't worked, apparently. Don't really know what that means. There's more context in the next part of this video, though. So, here's the next part of the video.
Just let me go, I can help you out.
Huh?
You look like you need help. I would, but you've kept me locked up here for a good while now. Maybe you should let me go.
You're just going to try to destroy me again.
Of course not. I know what you're capable of. At this point, you could destroy me. You've stolen all my power already.
Well, I don't need you. I'll make the perfect object show myself.
How many times have you said that? I've watched you make over 100 object shows, and none of them have ever worked out. Most of them canceled, some of them the contestants escaped, some of them you killed the contestants before there was a winner. Do you really think that you can make the perfect object show? You've exhausted all of the characters that you can use to the point where I even watched you go into an alternate dimension and torture a version of myself that has a passion for cooking. What are you going to do now? Yeah, you see now? You can't do this. Some people just don't have the talent.
I might not have the talent, but I do have the power. And frankly, I'm getting tired of hearing you speak. So, bye-bye now!
What are you...
I might have exhausted all of the characters that I can use, but what about the characters that I can't? There's bound to be some characters in Sacri's little universe that they've created. It's time to meet some new people!
So, as we can see in that video, Happy Star is seen talking to this new person that we haven't seen before. Apparently trapped him there, and he wants to help, of course. I actually think this character is Sacri, because at the end, Happy Star said that let's go to Sacri's universe. And that kind of sounded like Sacri, and I know a lot of characters in the show sound like Sacri, but like, I don't know, if Happy Star is the sentient being and is trying to get out of the universe, then it would make sense for Happy Star to try and trap Sacri and then take over his universe. Of course, that's what he's talking about. I actually don't think Happy Star is trying to escape. I actually think Happy Star is evil now. I think the red message was him trying to get out, and maybe Large Incorporated trying to cover up his show, and maybe the red text might have just been his actual consciousness. I don't know. And maybe that's why Happy Star has been looking into the Large Incorporated videos and might be trying to stop Large Incorporated. And maybe that's why these videos are getting out of hand. That's basically my overall consensus. I hope you like this theory video, and goodbye. Oh, also, before I go, we also know that Happy Star has already entered Sacri's universe because we saw him left. And we can also see that, in some other videos that he has collected some characters already. Anyways, goodbye, for real this time.